Hello everybody, this is a video tutorial for All We Ask and / Draw Me Nearer. So a request came in to do a video tutorial for this one, so thank you for all those that are engaging. And I'm sorry that it's been quite a while since the last one, but hopefully this will be useful to those of you who are keyboard players. So to start the song, first we establish that we're playing this song in the key of F. So I'll try and kind of pitch this at a level so that even beginners and a little bit more advanced musicians can understand what's going on. So in the key of F, the notes that we're using are F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, and F. Okay, and so just to establish that, we can also refer to those as numbers. So that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we can either go 1, or if we needed to carry on, we could say 8, 9, 10, 11, and so on. Okay, so this song starts kind of midway through the kind of the verse for All We Ask. So it's this ever loving, ever living God. Okay, so what's going on there? So the first two notes are G and A. So ever love, and then on love, the chord that we're playing there is a G minor chord. So in root position, a G minor chord would be G, B flat, and D. But the way we're playing it is with the B flat up at the top, because that's where the melody is. So G, D, and we play another G in the right hand and a B flat on top. So ever la, and then we walk down to the F major chord. So the notes we're using there are F, C, F, and A. In root position, it will be F, A, C, like so. But then again, we're following the melody, so the melody's up on top here, so we play it with like that, and then we walk down to this C major chord. So C major chord in root position would be C, E, and G, but because we're voicing it in a particular way, keeping the melody on top, we're going to play it with an E in the bass, a C in the middle, and a G up on top. So the little part sounds like this. Okay, so that's the ever loving, so the ever living God is the next part. Living God. So what's going on there? So after we've walked down, the next chord we hit is this D minor. It's a D minor 7 in particular. So the notes for a D minor 7 chord are D, F natural, A, and C. Now for those of you who are not quite sure kind of where the numbers fit into chords, when you naming a chord, you temporarily have to change into the key that the chord is actually in. So in this case, D would be the 1 in the key of D minor, because it's the D minor chord we're playing. And then 2, 3, F is the 3, G is the 4, A is the 5, B flat would be the 6, C would be the 7. So D minor 7. But then we're playing it with the melody up on top, so the F is played up here, and then we walk up using that C major chord that we learned a little bit earlier with the E in the bass, C and a G, up to the F major chord. So that part is okay. So just from the beginning, loving ever live. And then we jump down. Now what is this? This is just another F major chord, this time with the A in the bass, F in the middle, and C up on the top. And then we're using this as a kind of leading chord to take us to the B flat. So I'll play that from that, and then hit that single note F on the melody, and then to that B flat major chord. So for those of you who are not quite sure, B flat major is B flat, D, F, and then the way we're voicing it is with the D up on top, so it's B flat, F, B flat in the left hand, and then D in the right hand. So the first part of the second part of the verse, which is where we're starting from, I'll just play it through and then we get to the next part. Never. Okay, and then for the next part, of whom no one can compare, we go up an octave, but we're going to start on the same chord again. Of whom no. But then this time, rather than walk down to the F, we jump down to this C, where we're inverting it, and then go up to the F. So, of whom no one can. And then we use that same F chord inverted that we learned earlier, which is the A in the bass, F, and then our right hand, we're quite far apart from the left hand, but we're playing an F and a C. Come, pair. So, of whom no one can compare. Okay, so that is it in simple form, but if you wanted to add a little bit extra, what you could do here is we arpeggiate this B flat, and what we'd play is a B flat sus2. So the sus2 would include the C in the chord. So that would be B flat, F, B flat, C, F. So then we arpeggiate that, and then we take it up an octave as well. You can do this one in the right hand, but I'll make it easier to do it using two hands. So you're playing an F there, C, and then play another F there. So I'll play that second part. Of whom no one can compare. Okay, you can add the E in there as well, just to kind of fill it out a little bit more. So I'll do that arpeggiation one more time. And then ending the chorus again, coming down. Oh, we ask. So I go, do it correctly this time. Oh, we ask is that you. D minor again. You can play the A if you want as well. D minor 7. Dear, oh. And then we go to the B flat. And we're playing that B flat sus2 again. And we are arpeggiating it. So this is a transition that we're using to come back to the top of the verse, and it's a transition that we'll use to go into the next song and back into this one. So the notes for that are B flat, we're arpeggiating the B flat sus2, and then E, F, C, A, D, C, B flat, A, G. So one more time. Okay, and so that's the first part done. Okay, so let's just summarize that first section. I'll play it through slowly. Won't talk over it because I've already explained the chords, just so that you can see it slow down. Okay, so it goes ever loving, ever living. You can arpeggiate that how you want. Okay, so then now we go into Hear Our Earnest Prayer, O Lord, which is the beginning of the song, or whichever verse you want to sing. So we'll take it from Hear Our Earnest Prayer. So I'll play it through and then slow it down. Okay, so that's Hear Our Earnest Prayer, O Lord. So it's the same chords that we learned earlier. So this D minor, so we're not playing the D minor 7 this time. You can if you want, but we just keep it simple this time. We'll play just a D minor. So that's D, A, D, F. And then we're walking up to that C. So it's an inverted C major with an E in the bass. Prayer, which is that F major that we learned earlier. And now sometimes you may see me do hold the chords with two hands, sometimes with one hand. Find whatever is comfortable for you. Okay, some people like to put more in their left hand, less in their right. Find whatever works for you. So I'll go again. So it's hear our earnest prayer, O Lord. And then we do the same thing but just an octave higher, as you hear it in the arrangement. And then we just do a little leading note. Da, da, da. Okay, so there I'm doing the 7, but you can just play the D regular if you want. So that's hear our humble cry. So hear our humble cry again. Hear our humble cry. And then we just come back now, do the same thing, but 2 octaves lower this time. Precious, loving, caring Lord. And then we take it up an octave again. On whom we rely. So in the video that I did, you may hear me sound like I'm hitting more notes. So you may hear me play something like this when we go up. So all I'm doing there is arpeggiating the chords. So what do I mean by that? Rather than playing the chords all at once, I'm breaking up the notes. So on this part, we've already done the little lead in, and then I'll just arpeggiate the rest. I'm adding there, you can add the E in there, which would make it the D minor 9. Why is it 9? Remember what we did earlier? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's in the scale of D minor, which is the chord that we're playing here. So all it is. Some of you are like, whoa, do that again, do that again. Do it a little bit slower this time. Okay, so all it is. Okay, and then when we drop down the 2 octaves, I'm just doing the same thing. And the same again. On whom we rely. Okay, so that's that part done, and then we've already done ever loving, so I'll just play it through. Ever loving, ever living God. Okay, so that's that part done. So the next thing we're going to is going into I Am Thine, O Lord. Okay, so the last part of All We Ask, going into Draw Me Nearer. So we're playing this B flat sus2. So that is I am thine. Thine, oh, Lord, I have. And then, so this is a bit of a new chord, but it's not really. So if you notice, the left hand is holding the same shape that we were for that B flat, where there was the B flat on its own or the B flat sus2. And then in the right hand, you see 3 notes being held down. but you already know about this note. This is either the 2 or the 9, depending on what we're doing. So in this situation, we'll call it the 9 because we're holding down this D, which is the 3rd. So the B flat major chord would normally just be, let's assume root position, B flat, D, and F. Okay, so when we play the C instead of the D, we call it a sus2 because we're suspending the 3rd for the 2nd. So the chord sounds tense. It's in a state of tension. It's not at home. It's not at rest. And then we would resolve it like that. So in this situation, because we're playing the 3 as well as this C, which is the D and the C, we're going to call it 9. And remember the numbers: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so we're playing like 9. And then you notice the melody is actually on this G, which in the scale of B flat, that is a 6. So you call this a B flat 6, but then we're also playing the 9. So you call it the 6-9. Some people may call it differently. We're trying to keep it understandable and simple. So we'll call it the 6-9 for now. So I'll just play the bit before leading up to this. So I am thine, oh Lord, I have heard. There's the 6. So alright, so I'll go again. And then we're going to change the chord here. Okay, so the left hand is staying quite similar, but then what we're happening in the right hand, is staying quite similar. What's happening in the left hand, we go from this B flat, and then we go to this, what we call a dominant chord. Now it's a dominant chord because it's like a major chord, but then we're adding this crucial note, which is the flat 7. So it's a C dominant 7 once we add this B flat. So why is it a flat 7? Because temporarily, because of this chord, let's think in the key of C. So C would start with C as your 1, D is your 2, E is your 3, F is your 4, G is your 5, A is your 6. B would be your 7, but we're not playing a B, we're playing a flat 7, a B flat. So because of that, this is now a dominant 7. Okay, but notice we're not playing the E, especially in the left hand. So we're only playing these 3 notes. And that's because in our right hand, we're playing the C, D, and F. Now, what do we call this chord? So this would be a C9 sus 2. No, sorry, C9 sus 4. Why is that? Because this C would be your 8 if we're carrying on from the bottom, 8, and then D would be your 9. Now you're like, okay, but you're playing the F as well, so is it not 9, 10, 11? It would be 11 if we played the E as well. But notice we're not playing the E. And like that B flat chord that we did earlier, remember this one? We said it was a B flat sus 2, because instead of playing the 3rd, we played the 2nd. So we're suspending the chord by playing the 2nd instead. It's the same situation with this C chord. So instead of playing it like G, E, B flat, C, E, or if we wanted to call it a C9, just a C9 would play the D as well, but we're not playing the E, instead we're playing the F. Now because the F is up here, we could call it 11, but because we're not playing the E, we'll call it a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just playing up at the top. So what happens when we play a 2nd or a 4th instead of the 3rd? Rather than a sus 2, it will be a sus 4. So this will be a C9, so C dominant 9, sus 4. Okay, so let's put that back into the context of the song. There it is, and then we resolve it, because that's where the melody goes. we play this F major chord. So we're playing F, C, F, A, C, F. And then we play an inversion of that to take us to that B flat. So what's that? So that's just an inverted F major hitting the melody notes or individual notes, which are kind of grace notes in this situation. F, E, D, C, taking us to the B flat. So and it taught thy, and then we'll take our left hand, we'll take it an octave lower and play the bass notes B flat, B flat, and in the right hand the melody goes up to the F, and then we'll play this B flat like so. Now this is a B flat add 9, because we've still got our B flat, D and F, but we're then adding that C as well. So take it from here. And it told, or as we're playing it, told thy love to me. And then so we come back to this F major, and then we'll suspend the F major. And guess what this is? Yeah, for those of you who already know it, for those still figuring out, this is an F major sus 4. Why is it a sus4? Because this is our F major, so 1, 3, and 5. But we're not playing the third, we play the B flat instead, which is the 4th. And then so we're suspending it like that, and then we resolve it. So F major, suspended, F major, and then back to the second part, which is just the same. Kneel in prayer, and with same B flat 6, 6, 9, C 9 sus 4, first inversion F to B flat major. You already know this, I don't need to explain it. And then we drop down to the G minor, keeping that same B flat shape in our right hand. Now you notice the left hand is reaching quite high, so it's from a G to a B flat. That's quite a long reach. If you can't do it, don't worry, you can just play the G. So play the octave Gs, or really you can just play the 1 G, it's fine. But if you can reach it, reaching up to this B flat. Now what chord is this, you're wondering? So let's put them close together. And so instead of playing the G down here, let's play it here just so that you can see what's going on. So that's G, B flat, D, and then we're playing this F as well. So if we were thinking in the key of G minor, it would be G is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, and there's your 7. So that's why it's a G minor 7. So we go from this B flat to the G minor 7. We come back to this. Now we remember this. So the left hand is holding the C, G, B flat. Right hand C, D, E. What is this? So there's your dominant. We're adding the 9 and the third as well. So this is a C9 chord. So we take it from here. F major, F suspended 4th, F major. Okay, so that's the verse done. Okay, so now into the chorus for Draw Me Nearer. So we have done the verse. So the chorus, we take it just from here. So we hear that F suspended, resolved. So then we go to the chorus. We play a kind of a passing chord going into it. Now this chord, we've seen this chord before. What is this? This is our C9 sus 4. And then the melody goes. What's that? Just a regular F major. So it goes. And then, what's that? That's our B69, B flat, sorry, B flat 69. You've seen this before. Blessed Lord, to the cross where thou, there's your G minor again, and then this is a new chord. When thou hast, now what is this? Okay, let's put it in root position. So over here we've got B, G, D, F, and A. Putting it all in root position, we'll move this B and we'll put it up here. So what do we have here? We've got a G, a B, a D, an F, and A. So let's stop this to our first three chords. So a G, a B, and a D. For those of you know, that's your G major chord. Okay, so now let's think. In the key of G major, G will be our 1, A will be our 2, B will be our 3, C will be our 4, D will be our 5, E will be our 6, and F sharp will be our 7. But notice we're not playing an F sharp, we're playing an F natural. So that's our flat 7. If you remember our situation from that C chord that we played, when we play the flat 7, it becomes a dominant chord. And so we could either say this is a G dominant 7, or we just say G7. Okay, when you don't have a major or minor before the number and you just have a letter and a number, then you know straight away you're working with a dominant chord. So that's a G dominant 7 or G7. But then we keep going and then we're playing this A as well. So if this is your flat 7, G will be your 8 or your 1. In this case will be our 8. And then A will be our 9. So what would this be? G dominant 9 chord. Okay? But we're using it as a passing chord to take us somewhere. And the place we're going to is C. So we'll go from this. Thou hast died. So play C major, regular C major, C and G in the bass, C, E, G in our right hand. And then we play this add 9 and play 2 C's in our left hand. So it goes, thou hast died. And then we go back into the same chord that we did earlier. So this is that G, sorry, the C, C9 says 4. Draw me nearer. And then this is something new that we're going to do. Nearer. So what is this? So let's put this in root. So this is, so the notes we're playing are C, sorry, F, C, E flat. I'll explain that in a moment. F, and an A as well. So putting this in its root position, our first three notes are F, A, C, which is our F major that we already know. And if you remember our numbers from earlier, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're playing an E flat. So E will be our 7, but we're playing our flat 7. Okay, this is coming familiar, right? When we play a flat 7, what is it? It's that dominant chord. There we go. So that's an F7 chord because of the E flat. It's a dominant 7. But then the way we're voicing it, we're playing it with our A up here because that's where our melody is. So I'll just walk back into that section. Nearer, nearer. So F, C, F in our left hand, C, E flat, F, and A in our right hand. Back to that B flat 6, 9. Nearer, blessed is our melody. Nearer, blessed. And then we go to this G minor, which we learned earlier. But if you notice it in the piece, we have a giant arpeggio. And all it is in our left hand, we start our G down here. So I'll play it. Okay, what is that? All it is just an arpeggiated G minor 9. So it's G, D, G, A, B flat, D, G, A, B flat. That's all it is. Okay, then to thy precious bleeding side. So single notes. So after this, to thy precious. What is that? That is just an F major chord first inversion. A, C, F, and then we walk down to the E in our right hand, and in our left hand we jump down to the C sharp. Okay, I'll explain that in a moment. So precious. Okay, what's going on there? So it's an F major, which is a 1, and then what's going on with this E and C sharp? Essentially, we're playing an A major chord. So A major would be A, C sharp, and E, and we're using that A major chord to take us to this D minor 7. Okay, but rather than playing the A, all we're playing is the C sharp, and we're taking C sharp as a leading tone to take us to D. Okay, so or precious, and then we go to this. It's an F major chord, really. It looks a bit like a C, but it's a F second inversion. So it's a second inversion because rather than play F, A, C, what we're playing, or rather than playing A, C, F, which would be our first inversion, we're playing a second inversion, which is C, F, and A. And we use this as a kind of suspended chord. Even though it's an F major chord, we're playing it like it's a C chord because C is holding our bass note. So it's our second inversion, and then so because it's acting like a suspended, we need to resolve it. So to thy precious bleeding, and then we, rather than go to the end of the song as it normally would be, bleeding side, but that's not what we're doing. So we're going bleeding, and then we go to this B flat because we haven't finished. We're going to go back to all we ask, and it's just that B flat sus2, sorry. Remember this from earlier. And then we go back into Ever Loving. So going from that bit again. And we go again an octave higher. And then jump down 2 octaves again. And then to end, it's just single notes. So those notes again are just F, C, B flat, G, and then it's an F major chord to end. So you can do it like that, or just 2 Fs in the bass, and then C, F, and A. And that's the whole song. So I hope you found that useful. Drop any questions you have in the comments below, and hopefully I'll be able to get back and give you an answer. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have fun learning it too. Bye bye.